Hello, I'm Sharon from Schuylkill Aerial and Wellness. We have aerial yoga hammock classes here, and if you've ever been interested in aerial hammock classes and you think it might not be for you because it might be too difficult, if you learn certain little postures and tricks about the hammock to keep yourself safe and to keep yourself still and balanced, I'll show you that today. So we want to make sure we keep the fabric straight up and down, perpendicular to the floor. I also want to make sure I keep tension in the hammock. So when I keep the tension, I have less movement area. Whereas if it was loose and then I have to catch myself, I have a bigger area there to do. I want to make sure I keep my body in this nice, tall, straight, squeezed in, lifted posture. If your body's loose and you're going into the hammock, then you tend to cause pain on some of your joints, and you also will lose your balance a little bit quicker. It doesn't look as nice also. So for example, if I'm doing a basic forward fold in the fabric, in a downward dog position, I want to make sure the hammock is nice and tense. When I go back into the position, I'm nice and straight and tall and elongated. Whereas if I go into it much looser, I might get a lot of different motions and movements that I don't need, it just doesn't look as nice if I'm not as tense in my posture. The other trick that you can do with this for engaging your core, you want to make sure your abdominal muscles are engaged at all times. So my entire front of my body, if I'm doing anything leaning backwards, my entire body is engaged. So it's nice and straight, nice and tall, nice and long. Whereas if I'm not straight and engaged, I'm kind of just falling all over the place and I don't have control of the fabric. So when I do go down and I do go to try to do an inversion, I have a nice, tall, tight body posture. And when I go back, I'm going slow and controlled, nice and pretty and long. Whereas if I were not to have that posture and I just kind of go back, I lose my control and it just looks kind of loose and limp. Tighten up that body posture and it looks a lot nicer, feels a lot better too. Same thing when you're coming out. Come out nice and slow, as opposed to just falling out of it, falling in. You're taking all this time to take these classes to help your muscles, so you want to use them at all times. So those are my quick little tips and pointers to help you get the most out of your aerial yoga class. Keep hanging.